If you've ever used releases in Jira, then you know how limiting they can be. Every single project needs its own release. Then if you want to do a cross-project release, well, you got to follow some exact steps, right? You need to create the same release in all the projects, and they have to be exactly the same. And even then, visually, it's not easy for you to comprehend and understand that they're actually related because technically they're not. In a native solution, what you do is you create multiple releases of the same name, then you put the stories, the tasks, the bugs, the epics into each one of them respectively. Remember, each project has its own independent release. And so if you want to see a holistic view of everything in that one cross-project release, well, you need to use something like Jira Plans, or you need to get fancy with your JQL so you can see everything a little bit more visually. But using release management, we're going to be able to create a very visual representation of our cross-project release without all the confusion and all the fuss and the muss that the native out-of-the-box solution gives us. And so let me show you some of my favorite features of release management and how myself as a project manager utilizes this tool to orchestrate a lot of different moving parts that all need to converge and go out at the same time. Again, if you haven't already, you're going to want to use that link down in the description to start your free trial to release management, or just go to the Atlassian Marketplace and search up release management. But using that link down below, it's going to be much, much easier. Now, this app is going to make managing those cross-project releases so much easier, and visually organizing your data, it's going to make it such a breeze. And so let me show you how to do that. Now that you have release management installed, let me give you a little walkthrough. There's a lot of buttons on the screen and it could be a little overwhelming, but I'm going to guide you on how to get the most out of this tool because it really truly is a really awesome tool. First, if you already have releases in your projects, that's totally cool. We are okay with that. We're going to be able to leverage those existing releases in a couple of minutes. But just knowing that they exist is not something that is bad. This is actually okay, all right? Now, what we're actually gonna do as our very first step is we're gonna create a release board. And we're gonna be able to do that because I already have one, but I wanna show you all the steps to creating one. So it's really easy. We're just gonna click on these little hamburger menu button over here and create a new board. Now, if this is the first time you're using the UI, there's a blue button on the right-hand side that lets you create a new board. And so just click on that. Now, I'm gonna give it a new name. And so this is going to be Video Review Board 1. And then this is where I'm going to choose my project. So I'm going to pull in this all in prep one. I'm going to pull in my customer B. You can pull in pretty much any project that has releases in it. And so I'm just going to pull in a couple of them. And as you can see, there's really no limit. Just remember which ones you're pulling in because eventually this is the work. These projects represent where your actual stories and tasks and epics and everything live, especially the ones that you want to coexist together as part of that cross-project release. So don't just randomly pull in projects, but rather pull in the ones that make sense, because that's how you're going to want to keep a track of that. And now just keep in mind that Atlassian has renamed projects to spaces, and so that's little toggle will eventually get updated here. But click on Create Board, and now our new release board is going to be created, and we're going to be able to have some fun. Now, the first thing that you're going to see is that you have some releases already, and that is only going to be visible if the projects you selected already had releases in them. Remember I told you a few moments ago that if you already had them, it wasn't a big deal that we were gonna be able to use them. Well, this is how we start using them. However, we wanna create a cross-project release, and we don't want to go into each project individually and again, create the release and do it the same name and all that stuff. That's a little too much for me. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna click on this Add Items button up here in the top right corner, and we're simply going to create a version. And when we create this version, there's going to be my cross project video review release. And then I'm going to select which projects this is going to go into. Now you can notice that only the projects that we selected as part of the scope of this board is what's going to show up. So we're going to select the ones we want to make it in. Now, in this case, I just want to make it in all because I wouldn't have brought them in if I didn't want them to be in here. But you can pick and choose however you want. Now, this is for some notes, and you do have an HTML editor, so if you wanted to get very creative with the description of your notes and the description of what that release is, go ahead and do that. We also have the option to create another release after we create this one, but once you're done, just simply click on Create, and then this is basically giving us a little warning, or really a heads up, really, that this is going to create this particular version inside of all these projects. So go ahead and click continue. Okay, so that release has now officially been made. And so we're gonna close out of here. And the next thing I want to show you is some of the configurations that you can do for your releases, because what's interesting about a release board is that we have statuses of our releases. And if you've ever tried to use the native Jira capabilities for releases, you notice that there's like an unreleased and released, and that's it. There's nothing in between. There's nothing of like this release is being reviewed. There's nothing useful, right? And so what we're going to do is we're going to actually tweak our out of the box configuration so that our release board has a status or a workflow of statuses that are actually helpful. So back on our board, we're going to click on this little gear up here. And this is going to take us into the overall administrations for our board. And we're going to go to our versions workflow. Now in here, you can make modifications. You can rename the statuses, right? Just by double clicking into them. You can change their status over here. So you have that released unreleased so that it matches back with Jira. But you get some other cool things like colors. You can understand how many versions are in this particular status. And then we have some transitions that we can do. And we can click on this manage to further tweak it by associating a release notes template to it. You can add some transitions as well. And so it's a little bit more powerful. I'm going to leave these alone and just leave the out of the box configuration. But if you had a special review status, or maybe you have like a holding ground where you're getting ready to release, but you're not quite ready to release, but it's almost quite ready for releasing, well, you can do that as well, right? So you can essentially create any statuses that make sense. That way you can track the status of your releases. Because again, this is not something you can do inside of Jira natively. So this is a really cool feature. Now we're going to go back to our board. Now, if you didn't make any changes, these columns would reflect that change. All right, so now that we've done some configurations of our board and we have a cross-project release, let's go put some work into those releases. And so if I scroll down all the way to the bottom of my not planned, and this all again depends on how many releases you had going into this board creation, but the new cross-project release that I created is all the way at the bottom of my not planned. I'm just going to simply confirm that they're there, and you can see that each project has that same release. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into one of these spaces and we're going to confirm, and then we're going to add some work to it. And so you just go to your spaces. I'm going to go to customer B. It's the easiest one that I have. I'm going to confirm that the release is in there. And so you're going to be able to go across your menu here, go to releases. Mine happens to be under more. And then you're going to see that that cross project wide release is there. And again, these behave just like the releases do inside of Jira natively. So this complements the native releases. And so the rest of the behavior is exactly the same. Really, the benefit that we're getting is the workflows, right? So we can have statuses for our releases, really, really big sell. And second, it auto creates and handles the orchestration of the cross project release so that every project has the exact same release named. But then the third and added benefit that we're going to get is that we're going to be able to see all of that work in one location, which is again a really huge benefit and not something you can normally do natively inside of Jira. So now that we've confirmed that it's in there, we're just going to go to our backlog and we're just going to associate some of this work to that release. And so a couple of different ways to do that. I'm going to expand my versions panel, show the version panel, and then I'm just going to drag and drop. This is my release down here. I'm trying to find it. Here it is, cross project video release. And I'm just going to grab some of these items and I'm just going to drag and drop and put them into that release. All right. And so once I've done that, you're going to notice that the board is going to be updated to have that cross-project release, but we're fine. We're good. And we're ready to go back to our app. Now, again, I would recommend that you go through the rest of the boards, right? So you go to another board, you can go to the backlog view again, you expand your panel, and then you're going to see that cross-project release, and you just got to drag and drop items. And the more you do this, right, the more you add and associate stories to your releases, the better the example is going to be. And this is where you're going to want to really, as a project manager, orchestrate and conduct your strategic organization of which work is going into this cross-project release, because this is where you want to be very prescriptive. You want to be very methodical on figuring out, okay, which work is going in this release, right? This is very, very important. Later in the next video, we're going to talk about packaging, which is going to be even more powerful. But for now, you want to think project per project, team by team, and feature by feature, story by story, which ones go into this cross-project release, okay? This is going to be very, very important and very, very critical just from an organization perspective. But the motion that we're going through here is normally what we would do inside of Jira natively. The only advantage is that we have this board view, right? And that things were auto-created for us. So this is really beneficial. So we're going to go back to our app and we are going to continue down our journey and showing you what happens next now that we have versions added into our release. So back on our release board, we're going to click on one of those cross-project releases that we made, especially one that has some work in it. I'm going to click on it here. And this is going to show me the scope, right? So this is going to show me all of those stories and tasks and bugs and epics, whatever we've selected. All that work is now within the scope of this particular release. And we're going to go to summary, right? And the summary here is going to show me a description. We have scope statistics. We have packages, which again, hit that subscribe button because we're going to drop a video on packages later. We have comments, so we can treat a release just like we would a story, task, or a bug. We have the comments and the ability to contain the context and the conversation and the discussion around the release within this release. So this is really powerful. On the right hand side, we have special fields, like we know which project this is in, the driver, the tags, any columns that we're in, the start date, the release date, the projected release date, the rollout end date. We have the ability to modify some of these items as well. We can view them on the roadmap. We can see the release notes. We can take some actions. We can see reports. We just have a lot of information here that we normally don't get out of the box. Now, we also have milestones, which we're going to talk about a little bit later, but we have the ability to create milestones. And this is really important, folks, because usually I have teams that want to have milestones, and I tell them that they have to sacrifice the release because the release is a really great way to create milestones natively out of the box. However, because we have this app, we now get the best of both worlds. We can still have releases and we can introduce milestones, which is just going to make this overall process so much better. So the milestones here is going to be very, very awesome and very, very welcome. We can also add dependencies, so we can actually string together our releases so you can see the entire roadmap of releases. So it's not just for your epics and your stories and your tasks that you can do, but rather you can select any release here and you can do the finish to start, finish to finish, start to finish, start to start, just like you would in a traditional project management environment. And then for your advanced folks, if you do connect with your developer tools like Compass or your Bitbucket GitHubs, that's going to bring that information in here so you can see the rest of this release data as it goes through your DevOps pipeline. Now, we're not going to be touching that, but just know that it is available. So the DevOps functionality here is really, really cool and something I would love to use in the future. I just don't have all this stuff set up. As you can see, these releases are way more multifaceted than the out-of-the-box, very linear release that you get natively out of Jira. There's a lot you can do. Now, as you start working on your releases, you just move it to in planning, right? And so now our column has it in here. We can move to implementation, right? So you just update it like you would any story on your board. So this is very intuitive. So the familiarity is really nice because it behaves so much like it normally does on your sprint board. And this is just really cool. So I like this capability here. Now, there are a couple of other advanced features that this app contains. You've been seeing me manage and work out of releases. Awesome. However, you can see that we can add JQL versions as well. And this is basically a virtual version. This is not a version that actually exists inside of the Jira project, but rather it's just a string, right? It's a query of data that you want to see, and it'll virtually package it, right? It'll virtually encompass it as a release, but it doesn't actually go and create the release. So this is really cool. We also have the ability to just pull in epics. So if you have any particular epics that you just know you want to include in here, you want to manage, you can put them in here as well. And then we have the ability to bring in an entire sprint. So you get a couple of new options that allow you to visually pull together, string together, and track together. And so you don't actually have to just work only off of releases, but you can pull in a few other things, which makes this really, really cool. Now, a couple more things to show you before we wrap up this video. These release boards also have swim lanes just like our native boards in Jira. And so we can see all of our projects, we can see by tags, we can see by types. And if you subscribe and watch the next video, we're gonna be able to see packages as well. But for now, let's just do projects. And as you can see, I can organize all of my data by the Jira project itself. So that's really, really cool. We also have a roadmap view so that we can see all of our releases as they are based on the release dates, and we can see how they're related and when each release is going to go out. We also have a calendar view so we can see what releases are going out which month. As you can see, I don't have any in these particular 2 months, but we can always click into any of these and start creating a package or a version or a release and start planning anything that we want here. We also have a list view so that we can see all of the different releases that are in play. And we have a lot of metadata here. You have a nice little quick start guide there that helps you, guides you through this whole setup. And you can see your milestones, you can see the statuses of releases, you can see the progress at a glance of all those releases. So this is really, really cool. And then we can see packages. Now, I want you to subscribe to the channel here because we're gonna come back to packages and I'm gonna show you how powerful packages are in the next video. So we're going to skip packages for now and come back to that. We have insights that we're going to talk about in the next video as well, because that's associated to packages. But I do want to show you release notes here. You do have the ability to create your own templates for your release notes, and you can also just generate the notes from here. And so this is a really cool and advanced feature where the release notes in Jira natively are pretty primitive, and this is going to be a lot more advanced. We have our environments that we can set up. So if we wanted to have a staging environment, a pre-prod environment, a production environment, we can define all these environments and see them much more visually. And we're going to be able to see which releases are in which of these environments. So this is something you're going to want to configure as well. And then we have templates. We've already seen some of the templates for our release notes, but you can make a template for a package if this is something you're consistently releasing, which again, we're going to talk about in the next video. We have these components that allow you to create these components just like we would inside of Jira, but very much like the releases here, we can create one component at the same time for all the projects. So think of these as cross-project components, which is very beneficial because, as you know, just like releases, components are usually defined at the space level. And so you have to go into each one and define them. Here, you can just leverage them and use them all in one place. And so if you're interested in starting your free 30-day trial, I highly recommend you check out this app. As you can see, it helps you visualize all your cross-project releases, but there's one key thing missing. What happens when we want to put all these releases into one package? Well, make sure you hit that subscribe button and drop a like, because in the next video, I'm going to show you how to group releases and versions together so we can actually use them and treat them as one entity, and that's going to be in the package. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and use that link down in the description to start your free trial to release management. I'll see you in the next one.